Aizen doesn't manipulate people because he has Kyokusoi He has Kyokusoi because he manipulates people. Think about that. So for the longest time, I have contemplated what can be the ultimate power, the ultimate villain of the series. Yes, I know Yuha is the endgame villain, but Aizen is something special throughout the series. And it's just, what is supposed to be his power on top of his power? The Shikai is so incredible. It is the ultimate hypnosis. It's damn near reality warping on a weird hypnosis scale. But what does that leave for his bankai? And generally, bankais are the depths of your soul, the deep part of yourself, the heart of hearts. And when you look at Aizen, it's like, well, what is that? And that is loneliness. Outwardly, this character is charisma incarnate, confidence 101. He is larger than life, a god of gods. But all that stuff is on the outside. The one time Ichigo says something about the inward depths of Aizen, he says when they cross swords, he felt nothing but loneliness. And you know what? Unfortunately, it almost makes absolute sense that Aizen doesn't have a bankai, if in-depthly, if his soul is just lonely. He's the one character in the entire series where loneliness is even actually brought up as a concept. He's alone. So, would he have a bankai? Now, someone like Ichigo's bankai makes sense. He wasn't able to protect his mother when she died. So, of course, it's just a speed and strength increase because this guy is traumatized and he doesn't want to be weak ever again. That is Ichigo incarnate. He never wants to be weak. He wants to be able to protect everyone around him at any given moment. Speed and strength is the first thing he's going to want to be able to do that. But unfortunately, when it comes to Aizen, we don't know anything about his backstory. We don't know anything about his inward soul. All that we know is he just actually feels alone because he's so godlike and he can't relate to anyone, and he only looks down on people who don't seem to ask questions or question the status quo. In the end, I'm not saying Aizen can't achieve bankai. It's just for years people have speculated that Kubo wasn't able to make something that's more godlike than ultimate hypnosis. But you could easily make another power that's better than ultimate hypnosis. It could be reality warping, or bringing your thoughts into reality, but those are definitely not what Aizen has, because if that's the case, he would have been able to easily defeat Yuha, or stop any of the Gote 13 during the end of the Urankar arc. It could have all been put to a halt easily. And we've already seen that logistically, there are times when your Shikai is better used than your Bankai. So if Aizen did have some insane ultimate godlike power as a Bankai, it would have been used. But we haven't seen that, and we're never gonna see it. Because I think, thematically, the whole point is Aizen is not supposed to have a Bankai because he is alone. And knowing your power in Bleach is so related to accepting your soul and knowing who you really are, or at least understanding it to some degree. And when Ichigo defeats Aizen, and he talks about somewhere deep down he had to want to lose because the Hogyoku is a wishing stone essentially, and he lost, therefore he would have to somewhere deep down want to lose. And it's like, yeah, but you see the way Aizen reacts in the end. He lashes out as if like, I can't believe this is happening. But he has to understand that that's part of what he wanted, that he wants someone next to him. It's like he wants a friend, at the same time he wants to stand above everyone. So Aizen is definitely showing a lacking of understanding of his inner thoughts, inner emotions, his inner self. For a while I speculated that maybe it was just the ability to see the truth, because he seems to want to know the truth amongst anything else and not fall subjective to being a sheep like everyone else. But no, it straight up says the Dai scroll has all the knowledge of everything that's ever happened in the Soul Society, and that's how Aizen actually knows everything. He doesn't need a Bankai that tells him the truth, because he has a scroll that essentially has told him everything that's ever happened throughout all of time. So in the end, all I'm really trying to say is when you see characters like Soi Fong, and you see that obnoxious hothead side of herself, and then the Bankai is a giant missile, yeah, it makes sense. When you see Unohana, and you find out she has this whole murderous intent, blood-soaked side of herself that directly reflects into her Bankai, it makes sense. And when you see Aizen, and you see nothing, and you know nothing, and he's the loneliest character in the entire series, and he doesn't have a Bankai, I guess it sadly makes sense.